I mean, if you go back historically, why are we any different to what happened in history? So in England, people came from Germany, Denmark, France, and everyone invaded each other. But now people think, well, I was here before them, so so we have to create better immigration routes and plans. We have to just start giving them documents, just let them work, just like before. We've got to change our policy.
I don't think we can do that at the level we're doing it. There's proper immigration where people come, they do the lottery or different, angles. I don't think that we should stop immigration because we have people from all over. My street I live on, I literally have 5 different nationalities that live here, and I think it's great. But I think they need to do it the legal way.
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah, I
illegal
agree.
way.
And I think it's government responsibility to allow the number of people that the country had opportunity for them. Like a few years ago, the government allowed the Afghan people came to Iran, and the period of time the number of people came to Iran was too much, around I think 5-10 million. And then last year deported all of them, and it was unfair in my opinion because a few of them had a life here, they had a child here, their child were born
They
here.
deported all of them, they sent them all back?
I think they didn't deport
most
all of them. No, just 7.
Yeah, deport.
No, I'm pretty sure that the number was just less than 1 million. And there are more than 15 million Afghans living in Iran right now, legally or illegally.
Wow.
So how many of them were deported?
I've heard that just 1 million or less. 1 million or less.
No, it was more than 1 million because everyone I knew here was deported.
Wow.
Yeah. So because
I don't know how
most
many.
Most of them are in different Isfahan or different cities, and I'm pretty sure that the number of Afghan people in those cities are very high. Yeah, but
I think that when you allow them,
yeah.
When you allow them to come to your country for a long time, they graduate, they study, they have a child, they have a life. I think it's unfair to deport them. You should not allow them come to your country at first. If you don't have opportunity, your job, you don't allow them to come. Take it seriously. And then it's unfair
to
deport them.
They did take them seriously. They crossed the border illegally.
Yeah, because at least I'm not against, because I'm immigrant myself, and I'm not against immigration. But unfortunately, most of the Afghan people were illegal immigrants in Iran, and they just came to Iran illegally, and they did some really, really bad stuff in Iran, and we didn't like that. The city in Tehran wasn't safe anymore. When you went out, there were some criminal people outside just robbing you and do some really, bad stuff. And they didn't have any documents, so you couldn't just sue them or just find them,
Yeah.
And
I know the number of people
dangerous.
out of the control.
Yeah, so and most of them are illegal.
The fault is on government. I think the government. We should blame government, not people.
Because I was talking to an Afghan girl here, and I said when the government was letting people, Afghan people, in, they didn't ask me, and now they are deporting them, and they didn't ask me if I like, this policy or not. So it's not me. Yeah.
Hello, Crystal. So I think we're all saying the same thing, aren't we? That there should be rules, we should maybe make things easier for people to move.
I think there should be limitations, and that things should go by rules and have order. I think I've been to several countries, and I can tell you I would choose America any day, and I would do whatever it takes. If I had to cross some of these borders and do illegal stuff to get here, I would probably do it if it'd be best for my children. So I see where they're coming from. I could totally understand it. It's a really hard predicament for these people.
Yeah, I would do the same. Honestly, we don't know where they're coming from, right? What position they have financially, the country. We have no idea of what journey or pain they've been through.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is the world today, isn't it? People like Trump and leaders in Europe, they are fueling this, right? They're becoming famous of this immigration crisis.
Can I say something just for discussion?
Sure.
I will take a different approach to discuss this situation.
You're an immigrant too, right?
No, I'm not considered an immigrant.
What are you, an expat? What's the difference?
Yeah, an expat. Yeah, but I'm still in Arabic world, in the Arab world.
Oh yeah.
They are my brothers.
Of course.
So, don't you think that the negative interference of your government, let's say Western governments, has something to relate to this immigration numbers?
Yes. Yeah.
So
interference
if you positively
Europe
interfere with
North Europe and USA have interfered in the Middle East for like what 50 years and caused problems. Yes.
More than that, even more than 50 years.
So they started a fire. The fire burned, and now the fire is spreading to Europe, right?
That's it. And
that's what you want to say. So it's the source.
100%. And even till now, I don't. You know me. I don't like to speak about Syria and about the situation there. But even till now, they are interfering in the Middle East. Let's say in the Middle East in a very bad way. Like they are supporting side over side. They are when there's, let's say, companies, foreign companies comes to Middle East to invest, they take the non-educated people.
They put the sanction. They don't let them work easily.
Not like this. I'm not speaking about sanctions, but I'm speaking like I'm in the work area, and I see that non-educated people are only the one working in foreign companies, like engineers and doctors. Let's say high educated people are not working in their fields in their countries.
Yeah,
there's no opportunities, so they have to immigrate.
Yeah,
but what happens when those people go outside and success in their life?
Yeah, it's called
low people will affect and immigrate with them too.
Yeah, it's a brain drain.
Hoping to success.
A brain drain, right? So
That's
all the good people leave and go to other countries, so you lose all your skillful people.
That's it, 100%.
And then you have
also a point of view.
So they are seeking better life, and they have this right to move out, but legally, for sure. And I say that people can go to another country, they can move legally, but they have to respect that culture. But it's not the case, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, if you walk down my street now, I live in East Bristol, and if I walk down, every 100 meters is a different community. You have Kurdish, then you go along, you have Turkish, then you have Eastern European, then you have Somali and Sudan, and then you have Caribbean people, all on one road. They have their own cafes, their own restaurants, their own shops. They only speak their own language, and they don't really talk to anyone else. They just have their own communities, which is fine. Yeah, of course, you can create your own people, your own environment. If I walk into the Somali Sudanese restaurant, they all look at me like, what are you doing here, you know? That wasn't, I don't think that was the plan. 50 years ago, that wasn't the plan, right?
Of course. It wasn't the plan ever.
So what can you do? Like, they're not going to change. They're who they are, right? They're here now. You can't change that. You can't go back in time. You can't deport them. They're British.
Right? You know what even disgusts me more? Go ahead, Bahari.
Thank you. Like here on the street, I can't see any other flags. You're just being waved, on the street, but not Canadian flag, unfortunately. And I'm immigrant here, but I think it's not true,
You
and
have your
I
Persian
should.
flag.
No, I would
outside
never do
every
that.
day.
I would not do that. Not here. I mean, on Hello Talk because I'm from
Yeah.
Iran, but in Canada, I would respect Canada because, yeah, and I love this country. So you need to just be respectful because just
Yeah.
like a shelter for me, you know?
Oh
And
my God.
yeah, they gave me freedom, and you need to be, appreciated. So, but some people is not the case about,
Mm.
here, unfortunately. And even I saw a video last year, and they burned Canadian flag in Toronto. So you
Yeah.
are here,
Oh,
and you're doing this, terrible stuff to the
Crazy.
country. Yeah.
I lived in Indonesia and
yeah.
China. If you burn the flag in those countries, not only will they deport you, they will put you in jail for at least 1 or 2 years. And it's
Yeah.
like the worst situation. I can never even burn my own flag, let alone somebody else's
Yeah.
country flag. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
it deserve,
even
they
and in
deserve it.
Yeah, and in that country, you can go to your country and just bear any flag that you want. But as you
Yeah.
know, because you are here, so you need to be respectful. And
But
Yeah,
I
of
get it.
course.
yeah,
And
Don't you understand? I get it because some people they go to other countries, they want to keep their identity, their culture. I understand that, and they like their flag. They still love their people. But I think if you're waving it in someone's face and put it in your window in your car, I don't know. It's a bit strange for me, but it's their choice, right? I think we live in a free country, right? Well, most countries.
and
We
I
don't
think
experience
everyone goes
that
to
in
another
America.
country have more responsibility too, because if I come to UK and I do something wrong, you judge all my country and you
Yeah,
say Iranian people do this,
yeah,
so we have more responsibility. We should be more respectful comparing
yeah.
to our country.
So what were you going to say, Bree?
I was just saying, like you were mentioning, in America, we don't have that. There's like no little neighborhoods full of a certain type of people from a certain country. We have
Oh,
like
really?
Mexican restaurants, Italian restaurants, but literally everybody's there, everybody's working there. We don't
Yeah.
face that. If we did, it would be a big problem. It would be a big problem.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what you're explaining
No, I mean,
here.
I walk down the street and the Kurdish guys, they cut my hair. I go to the Turkish supermarket to buy some stuff that you cannot find, so I enjoy that multicultural environment. But sometimes you're like, wow, like they're a bit cold. They're not really interested in integrating. They just come, take what they need, set up their life, and that's it. This is UK. People just got used to that now. You stay there, I stay over here. It's a bit strange, isn't it?
It is
Do you
strange.
feel, Michael, I have a question. Do you feel that those people, I mean, after 25 years, they're gonna, for example, grow up more? So do you think they're gonna start creating some of those political parties and they're gonna try
No.
to, let's say, go to the leadership and they're gonna try to create an existence
No,
there?
because they already have people in the government. For example, if you are black or Asian or mixed race, you always vote for Labour because there are many politicians that are black, Asian, middle race. So they mixed race. Sorry, they just vote for like whoever in the neighborhood looks like them. They vote for them.
Oh
But
my God! So they don't
things
look.
like
So
that.
they don't look if he's well educated or
No. You have to
he
vote
fits
tribal.
this.
Yeah, you have to vote for
Oh,
your tribe, your clan. Yeah.
oh my God, that's wrong. And
That's
No,
bro, your
reality,
government should
though.
do something about that. That's so bad, you know? That's
If
so
you look at
bad.
our government, it's the most diverse government. We have everybody. We have British Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh, West African. We have even
I mean, okay, but
Polish,
I disagree with that. I'm not gonna lie. I disagree with that. You're British, you know? The people in the government, I believe they should be British. I mean, why, for example, let's talk even though about Syria. I'm from Syria, you know? And for example, I mean, if I'm Syrian, I know about my country, I know about the culture, I know the people, I know how to be a good politician. I mean, for example, imagine I bring you to Syria, okay, and I put you as a minister. Do you think you can lead Syria? You know you can't because you don't
I'll
know the
try.
mixture. You don't know the mixture of the government. You know, you don't know the mixture of the country.
Excuse
So I
me,
guess okay, I
excuse
guess that the people in the government they should be all from United Kingdom. They
They
should
are
be
all United. They are
originally.
all British, by the way. They are all
No,
British.
no, no, no.
They were
I mean by
probably
the
born in West Africa.
roots. I mean by the roots, Michael. I mean
Well,
by
I
the
mean,
roots, even
if
though.
you're born here, then you're a citizen, aren't you? You can't change the rule book. If you're born in a country and you grew up there and you speak the language fluently, you went to school, I think they are from the England, but their parents or grandparents come from somewhere else. I don't see any problem with that.
But the problem,
I just
Michael, if
want to
they
say,
started to.
Hamza,
Sorry, yeah.
your idea is totally wrong. People, those people who went those who work at these jobs at these positions doesn't get it from being from another country only. They have their credentials that made them take these places.
Okay, that's
It's
cool.
not about,
That's cool.
it's not about the
But if
country
those
or
people,
or your origin.
I know.
Of course, when you are good at math, you will be a math teacher. When you are good at politics, you will be a political person.
Perfect. I get the point. I get the point. But he mentioned something. For example, the people who's from this clan, they're gonna support this guy, which is wrong. We should not vote for someone because he's from this religion or this race or this country, or we know him, or we speak or he has roots with us, or we have like a blood connection or something. We should vote for this guy because he has, as you said, because he has like this certificate, because he's well educated, he can be a good leader. I mean, we know him, he has a really good experience. This is the bad thing. And maybe this guy, when he's gonna, or this woman, whatever, when they're gonna go to the political place, when they take the chair, they're gonna start to support their people, their clan, I mean, more than the other people. So they're gonna be somehow not fair or not equal with the judgments. I'm not sure if you have that, Michael. I'm judging. I mean, I don't know about that, but do you have such a thing? What I say, the things that I say.
I don't know what you mean. Sorry, can you just?
I mean, you mentioned something. For example, you have some of those neighborhoods which is like people from a specific place.
Oh yeah, for sure. Every major city in UK, every major city, London, Birmingham, Leicester, Manchester, Liverpool, they all have communities. You can go there. Of course, it's open for business, but you don't feel like you can sit down and really enjoy your food or drinks. I wouldn't go there. I would never go in that.
I was not talking about that.
Okay.
I was saying those people, those communities, they have a guy from their community in the leadership, in the government, right?
Of course. Yes.
So is this guy in the leadership, in the government, is he somehow like the way that he's acting, he's trying to support his people more than the other people? He's not fair with the judgment?
This is the conspiracy, because there was one guy in Bristol, for example, and he was like marching with a Pakistani flag. But then and the next week he had an England flag, and everyone was like, so which one, So it starts to be, because you need to show your people that you are supporting them and you speak the language and you look the part, but you also need to show the constituents of your community or the voters that you're also supporting them. So it's kind of a fine line. You have to try and be, kind of keeping everybody happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's UK. That's been the UK for about 75 years. The first migrants came after the war from the Caribbean, and ever since then we've been, this is the UK now. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I got you.
Especially in London. Wow. Things are crazy. And my sister is thinking about moving out. It's because of this.
I'm watching Peaky Blinders right now, Michael, and I got some stuff that you said from the TV series. Yeah,
that was supposed to be 100 years ago, right? 1920.
Yeah. But it's still somehow the things that you say, it's happening in the TV series somehow.
Yeah.
It started there.
Yeah, it started there.
They were Irish gypsies that moved to Birmingham, and then they created their own gangs. And obviously, if you've seen the show, they got quite famous, and then they started corruption. But the main guy then becomes a politician, right? He enters parliament.
Thomas Shelby, yeah,
become about, So
yeah, exactly. Oh my God. The same thing. Yeah. I mean, of course, they exaggerate somehow in the TV series. They try to make it dramatic. It does not happen in the same way in reality, but it's happening somehow. Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of worse.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a positive side. We're only talking about the negative sides, right? There are far more positives about immigration over time. If you think about it, really, about not just from a net migration or economic perspective, because more people means more taxes, more money, but also
Yeah.
just just things like the food and the languages and the mix of people. There have been some amazing stories, right? And I'm proud of that. I think that's a great thing.
Of course, there is I believe there is a lot of positive sides. I don't disagree with you all about like everything you said negative about immigration. I believe that immigration is good thing. It's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Yeah, but it has to
So,
be
so,
regulated.
Yeah, but it has to be regulated.
so
Like,
Michael, let's ask a question in this way. Do you think in the future, I'm not gonna set like a specific future time, like after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Do you think like the number of the immigration is gonna be out of control and
Yes,
some bad
already.
things is gonna happen? Maybe the government, I mean, the people, they're gonna be pissed off and the
Yeah, it's
number is
already
gonna be crazy. Do you think?
already there. Yeah, already there. Already about 5 or 10 years ago. So already the problem now. Now the problem is how to deal with it. The problem is already out of control. Now the issue is how to fix the problems.
Oh my
Do
God.
you remove people? Do you? I don't know. I don't know how they're going to fix it, but it's already. I mean, look at Germany, completely overpopulated, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What can you do?
but it still needs labor.
Yeah,
Every time I search about immigration to Germany, they say they need work
workers,
hand.
more workers.
Yes, I don't know why they are asking for all these workers while they have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's
I think
complicated. It's complicated, yeah.
I think part of the problem is there's not enough investment. They need to build more schools and hospitals and houses. They need to actually accommodate them, but they don't. They skip the financial part, and then there's nowhere for these people to live or go. And then you just have busy schools, busy hospitals. If you're going to bring the people in, you need to make sure they have somewhere to go, right? Something to do.
That's it.
Mm.
So
And I
Michael,
think another thing, and I
Yes,
think another
sorry.
thing that is we can consider it as an advantage of immigration is some countries are so smart to attract some genius people. On the contrary of my country that lose genius people. Every genius
yeah,
people
I mean,
prefer to go to another country, and we lost them. So I think
imagine the number,
part.
Ava, imagine the number. 16,000 Syrian doctors and nurses working in Germany. Do you know nowadays in
Mm,
Syria, I'm not joking, Ava. In Syria right now, if you go to the hospitals, there is no doctors to treat you. I'm not lying, I swear. 16,000 Syrian doctors in Germany. Can you imagine the number? We don't have doctors here, you know? We don't have. All of them, they gone, they
mm,
travel.
yeah,
Where do
it's
they
right.
go?
Crazy.
Where do they go? Europe.
They go to Germany, mostly,
All around the world.
mostly they go to Germany. A lot in Germany, 16,000 and even more, you know?
Yeah.
My friend is going after 2 weeks, actually. My friend is going after 2 weeks. Yeah. He's 20 years old, he's going there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living in Germany 10 years ago for 1 year, and I played football very often with some Syrian guys, and we were hanging out, and he was explaining to me about his life. They had German lessons for free. They had a place to live, and they had opportunities. So they try to integrate them. The Germans really do try. In UK, we don't have that.
Mm.
We don't have any of that. It's missing.
So yeah, so everything has pro and cons, but it's government responsibility how to manage it and
Yeah.
get the benefit of it.
It's just, yeah, it's big numbers, right? Can you imagine
Mm.
how to process all those people?
Can I ask a question, Michael? Also,
Yeah.
when an immigrant couldn't afford his tax bills or his
Bills.
living,
Yeah.
and his living, what do they do for him?
They get welfare. They get their rent paid by the government, and then they receive some money like for food and living each month. But they have to go to the job center every day to show they're looking for work, and then the job center will try to push them into jobs every day. If they refuse, the money will stop.
Why do they deport those kinds of people? Because they will be this money you spend on those people. They are who's not successful, who's not.
Well, they don't deport
Those
people
people
really.
who have to deported, and this money spent for more investments.
But this money, what do they spend it on? They give them the money, they go to the shop and buy food, right? It goes back into the economy. It's not like you lose the money.
Yeah, of course, but if you do an investment with it, it will be better for the economy.
Yeah.
I believe.
I mean, unemployment is very low. It's only like 2% in the UK. So it's not, of course it's too much, but in Spain it's like 11 or 12%.
Yeah, in Spain is crazy. Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, there aren't many countries with 2%, right? So most people are working, which is fair to say.
How much Dodge in Syria? I guess 20. I mean, I'm not sure.
I believe it's more than 20.
More than I guess
than
more than even 30.
More than even 35.
Yeah, 35. That's true. More than even 35.
Are you talking about taxes?
No, I'm talking about unemployment.
Oh, in Syria?
Yeah, 35. More than even
35%.
Yeah. You couldn't find a job. I'm not joking. Bro, listen to me, Michael. Syria nowadays I don't think, even though it's a country,
Of course, it will always be a country, but you mean it's a failed economy?
Yeah. Failed in everything,
Well, not completely failed. There's still 60, 70% people working, right? So it's not failed. It's not a failed state like Venezuela.
Yeah. Let's hope.
No, but it is, Michael, because even the employees doesn't have this salaries.
It's slavery, Michael.
The average salary is $45.
Yeah, slavery. Can you
believe that?
Where?
In Syria, $35. I'm joking. $35
per month.
Yeah, per month. Yeah, per month.
But how much is it to buy like stuff in the shop or to pay for your rent?
You can't handle.
Yeah, you can't handle. You have to work in another job. You have to work in another job.
You have to do 2 jobs.
Yeah.
All members of the family should work to afford living, just afford living, not save any penny, just to afford living. More than 3 or 4 members of the family should work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already like this way. I was saying to Michael when I answered the question, I cannot buy I need the new laptop, I need the new phone, I need to buy some clothes. But I mean, I'm gonna save money like 2 months, then I'm gonna buy the things that I want. Like clothes or something. Because I have 3 sisters. I don't know why the hell my father bring up 4 children to this life, and he's living in the fucking Syria. Why did he? I always have
Hamza.
I always have this fight with him.
There is this thing in Michael's voice room. He's the only one complains. He doesn't like anybody else to complain.
Really? Well, that's not fair, Michael. That's dictatorship. That's dictatorship, man.
Some dictatorships are okay. Yeah, they're good. No, the problem is like that lady earlier. I think she's like Korean American, and she starts like writing, guys, don't talk, because she's the kind of person to report. I had to just block her and remove her so she can't find me, because she will report me. And some people get angry. I don't know why. I don't want to get banned or blocked again. It's not my fault.
Yeah, be careful, man. The last time I was banned, I stayed 2 weeks without typing or joining any voice room. So be careful. Yeah. Crazy, really.
But yeah, I mean, it's always sad to hear. Like, I went to college a long time ago, and I studied with a Syrian guy called Tuma Yakub. Yeah, I remember. And I actually gave him a job. He worked with me on Sundays. We did some part-time work, and nice guy, really tough guy, very strong man. He became a
What was his
security
name?
for nightclubs and bars.
You said Tomoyako?
Yeah, Thomas Jacob, right?
I don't believe
His
he's
name,
Syrian.
his name is not Syrian, is not Arabic, but I guess he have like the English name from United Kingdom,
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
said he was Christian.
Even Christians doesn't name Thomas in Syria.
No,
No,
it's
they
Tuma.
do. They have. Maybe they have. Yeah, they have.
Tuma.
I have my friend. His name is Gabriel. So
His name's Tuma.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know where he is now. I think he married a Romanian girl, but I don't know if he still lives in the UK. I haven't seen him for more than 10 years. I don't know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like 2009. That was when the war began, right?
Yeah, I
No,
was 4 years old. What the hell?
Yeah.
2011 it started.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I remember. Yeah, been tough, isn't it? 15 years of war.
Yeah,
Very
15
tough.
years.
Very tough.
It's been really tough. Yeah.
Well, hopefully things will it can't get any worse, right? It has to get better.
Unfortunately, I'm not trying to be gloomy, or I'm not showing you guys that, yeah, I'm the guy from Syria. We are struggle. I'm having a no. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm realistic. I'm gonna say the reality. I don't see any progress. Really, I don't see any progress. The corruption is still there. For example, now in my neighborhood, we have 3 shops. I swear to you guys, in the God, if you go to each shop, each one of them, they sell you in a different price. I swear. Different fucking price.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I remember watching the documentary
is the
about
mentality.
Zimbabwe. Have you ever seen the story of Zimbabwe 20 years ago?
Yeah.
No. I heard about it, but I don't know.
There was like hyperinflation. So all the supermarket became, the currency crashed so bad that it was like nobody even had enough money to buy the products. They couldn't sell anything. So their whole currency crashed.
Oh my God.
You couldn't buy milk or anything in the shop.
Crazy.
Let's
see. Let's hope for the better future. Let's see. Nowadays they're talking about dividing the country. I don't want that. I don't see that to be divided. I hope it's not gonna be happen. Yeah, but they are talking about it. I hate that, really.
So how do you divide it? Like, is it north and south, or how does it work?
No. They're not gonna divide it like it's gonna be like separated from each other. But they're talking about federalic system like America. Maybe if this happen, I'm always saying if dividing or federalic system is gonna save people life, is gonna make the situation better, is gonna. We have many religions in Syria. If it's gonna make it like fair for everyone, no one is gonna be like he's gonna feel like we are not in the government. We don't have our representatives in the government. Is better. I'm supporting it, but I'm still hope that I don't have that to happen. Even though I wish Syria is gonna be the same people, one people, but it's hard to happen, So I guess if federalic system happen and it has a really good results, I'm with.
Yeah. So Dodds, did you answer the question? Hi Lulu. Have you ever struggled financially?
Hi. I've been pretty lucky, I guess, but the only time I felt that I might be a little struggling with money was when I did an internship at Disney, when I was making $7.25 per hour, and